Hello, everybody, and welcome to another free live preview of California Psychics, where we show you exactly what it's like here to get a reading with us through a 1-hour free live reading live stream. I am your moderator today, and today we are joined by one of our fantastic fan favorites and one of our veteran psychics today, Psychic Rika. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm so excited. I know I can't believe it'll be 15 years in October that I've been here with you guys. It's like day one. I'm still just so excited about it.
I know. And starting next month, which is only a few days away, we are going to be celebrating our 30-year anniversary of over 30 years in business with for California Psychics.
I did not know. Wow.
So also, I do want to give y'all a sneak peek to be on the lookout for next month, because on our social media and our emails and our other marketing efforts, we're going to be having a bunch of fun activities, gifts, and special offers available for y'all. So keep your eyes peeled for those next month, because again, we're going to be having a super fun celebration month as we celebrate our 30th anniversary. But before we get started with today's free live reading live stream and start answering some questions today, I do want to list off a few bits of information right before we get started. Now, if you are wanting to connect with Psychic Rika after seeing a free preview of her abilities today, after she answers a few of her questions, make sure to stick around, because we'll be shouting out the the best ways to reach her on CaliforniaPsychics.com and the ways that you can talk to her on our website or app. So either chat or phone call. But lastly, before we get started, I do want to list off a few ground rules of questions that we are able to answer here at California Psychics. Unfortunately, we are not able to answer any legal or medical questions. For medical, this can include treatment questions, medications, and general fertility questions. And for legal, this can include court cases, custody battles, and just general court decisions. But if you do ask about another person, we do ask that you at least include their first name within your question, because this will allow Psychic Rika to connect faster and more accurately answer your question during today's live stream. But we have about an hour to answer some questions today. So Rika, if you are all ready to go, we can go ahead and get started.
I'm ready. I'm super, I don't know why, but I feel like super giddy, like super excited, like giggly, like I'm excited. I want to know who Janice is, even though that's probably not the first person. If I'm calling out your name right now, just know you're being called. So Janice could be a Janet, a Janet, a Jan, a Jane, any with the first two initials or first three, but anyway, we'll find out what's going on. I'm excited. Let's roll.
I have our first question from
Hensha
here. She is wondering and getting us started with a love-related question.
I think I know Hensha.
She wants to know if she's going to be getting back together with Earl. And you mentioned you might know her.
Well, I do speak with a Hensha. I don't know if it says Hensha or not, but because I don't know her.
Yeah, definitely let us know in the chat, Hensha.
But I like the name Hensha. Let me tell you.
Yes, if this
okay.
is,
So what I heard with Earl was this. What I heard immediately when you were asking the question was like, shouldn't the question be, should she get back with Earl? It is Hensha. I love Hensha. Now she can see my face. Hensha, the question that came up was like, the better question is like, should I? Yeah. Yes. They said yes. Like, but like, it feels like it's an up and down again. I don't even remember if it's the same guy we talked about because I don't remember his name. But what I'm getting from this reading today in this very moment is that sure, yes, probably easily in the next, 7 days, 8 days, like it could happen simply easily. Both of you have temperaments for that. But I'm also hearing that the question should be like, should I get back? And then the question to that was no. The answer to that one was no. Because Hensha, there's someone else coming. Before July 1st, they're making me do this, which means this is something you need to hear. Isn't that what your moms do? This is something you need to hear. Hensha, there's someone else coming. Okay, so you have to really get ready for what you're praying for, what you've been asking for. Okay. All right. Thank you, Hensha. Okay.
No, that was a wonderful way to get us started today, Rika. And Hensha, let us know if that reading from Psychic Rika resonated with you in the chat as well.
But Earl is missing out. Earl is going to lose a good one, but you have a better one, Hensha.
Yes, we are rooting for you. So definitely keep us updated as well. Our next question is going to be from Alicia. She is asking if she should be waiting for Lamar kind of for a reconciliation or waiting for him to reach out to her, or
I feel a child involved here. I don't know if this is your child, Alicia, with Lamar, if he has a small child, but if you're able to confirm that now, great. If not, fine. Let me keep going. So I just got an image of a children next to him, a child. I just feel this is a different case than the one before. The one before was just like asking that, person to stay strong, to wait for what she wants. Right. And this one is more like, I think Lamar is working stuff out over the next couple of months. Yeah. And the child looks under the age of 7 to me. I'm going to say 3 or 4. But again, if I don't have that part, it's okay. Because children are always children. But, please wait. Honestly, I believe him. I believe he's going to take the changes and do the changes that he's supposed to do. I have faith in this. They make me think, 4 to 6 weeks. What you do with a reading like this, and this is really guidance for everyone. I'm wholly participatory in my, sensory system, right? So like if I'm going to get a prediction, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to put it into my senses. And I'm going to become it. So I just think that with this situation, I want you to really pray to have like prayer. I like the word prayer or affirmation. I don't want you guys to think that I'm just telling you to pray to like God. I'm not. I'm telling you to get connected to your own soul is really what I'm asking you to do. So I really want you to get the courage to know that someone can change for the sake of your child. And I'm sure you've given Lamar many chances, but they say that he is. And this child appears to have karma that does end up growing up with two parents in the home. The answer was yes.
Wonderful. Alicia, we hope this answer resonated with you from Psychic Rika today, and we hope you enjoyed that answer from her as well.
I think it takes all Lamar has to change. And I really think it's because of this child. I think it's time for Lamar is at the right time finally to change.
Wonderful answer. All right. Now, our next question for you, Rika, comes from Jalen. Jalen is wondering if Kyla and him will be getting back together.
Does Jalen and Janice go together? As I called out Janice because the J, A, and N, the 3 letters that go there. There's even 4. I don't know. But let's answer the question about these two. I immediately think about a wedding, and I feel a little bit country here. I really do. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The most important thing with getting back together with Kyla, Jalen, is that she understands you can hear her. I feel like her personality is such that if she doesn't think she's being heard, her control nature will come out in ways that are not favorable to the two of you, right? And you're not. So yes, but she needs to be heard. So that's something you need to really get connected to, in your thought, how can I really hear her and what she really needs? And even if it means when you talk, you repeat back verbatim what she said. That could be a beginning exercise to hear what's being said versus what you think can be said, because that's the problem with communication. We think someone's saying something, but that's based on our heads, and it's super hard to listen, but it's all going to work out. There's an M name connection with one of your families helping me verify this. You can think of it later, and if you don't know it now, I'm trying to get a time on you. They show the wedding. They say that you will get married. Right now, I'm going to put the reconciliation closer to July, where you're happy and you've been able to report we, in fact, are reconciled and I could marry this woman. I do know that I'm going to get my goal. Those things could begin in the middle of May or right after Mother's Day.
Wonderful. So right after Mother's Day, that is honestly kind of around the corner.
Beginning.
Oh, okay. Jalen, I do hope that answer from Psychic Rika resonated with you. Definitely let us know in the chat if it did as well. I feel like this is a wonderful time to transition and take a small break from answering questions, and we will resume in just a second. But I did want to shout out to the best ways to reach Psychic Rika here, because she's been providing some wonderful answers to get us started with today's free live preview of California Psychics today. Now, for those who want to get that guaranteed answer to their question, or maybe want their reading in a more private format away from the live stream and everybody else watching, in that one-on-one reading format on CaliforniaPsychics.com or the California Psychics app. Now, you can click the link in the description of the live stream you are watching right now, and that will pull up Psychic Rika's profile for you to be able to book that one-on-one reading appointment, either through phone call or text-based messaging if you prefer to get your reading through that style as well. But Rika, you have been providing some wonderful answers today, so I'm sure everybody is dying to know, when is the very next time you are going to be online and ready for these one-on-one psychic readings, and what is your regular schedule like throughout the week?
Well, as always, after these Facebook Lives, I do like to get right back on for 2 or 3 hours, so I'll be back on as soon as this is over. I'll get off a few minutes early to be back on at 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Eastern. My schedule is listed. It is a very varied. I've changed it. I know last year I told you I never changed my schedule, but the times change, and so we have to change with the times. So, and that is a lesson for all of us today. When the times change with the times. Absolutely. When you change, you get the benefit. If you change, the times don't get you. So my new schedule is Monday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and also from 2 to 7 Standard Pacific Time, except for Facebook Live days. Tuesdays, I'm going to work 11 to 3, 11 to 4, excuse me, 11 to 3, 10 to 3, 5 hours. It might vary a little bit. Sometimes I might do 4. Wednesday is a good old-fashioned day, 12 to 6. Thursday is another 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., and then also 12 to 3. So basically, Mondays and Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., I'm back on at noon. On Thursdays, 2 o'clock on Mondays. Yeah, it's varied schedule. That is not as easy to say as my other one, clearly. I hope you got that.
I
But
was
it is
just going
listed.
to
It is
say, if you missed
listed.
any of that information,
I
you can
always make
always
this.
click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now. That will pull up Psychic Rika's profile, as well as that ability to view her schedule and book that appointment slot with her if you want to book an appointment at the top of the hour, as opposed to waiting into her call queue.
Right.
And
I am enjoying working those mornings, you guys, actually.
yes. And you can also send her offline messages, quick little text messages if you prefer to read through that. And very finally, right before we hop right back into questions, if you're having any trouble booking with California psychics like Psychic Rika here or any of our other psychics, or you have any questions about getting started, please refer them to our social media page or our wonderful customer care team. They're happy to help you get started or get you booked with an appointment with Psychic Rika here. But if you have any questions, let us know, and we can hop right back into answering some questions today. Now, our next question. Oh, I did also see this earlier. Just a note from Brianna.
Hi, Brianna.
Yes,
I love you too.
I figured you may recognize her.
I do. I know exactly.
Thank you for joining us, Brianna. Our next question.
Next time I'm going to tell people more that I forgot to send notes out to everyone, but I wish I would have.
Yes, you can also get notes from your psychics that you reach out with on California Psychics, but that's a side note. Our next question, we're hopping right back into answering questions during today's free live preview of California Psychics, comes from Lori. Lori is asking you, Psychic Rika, will Mike be telling Lori that he loves Lori in May? Is it finally going to blossom into that stronger relationship coming up?
It's so weird because I feel like this question is almost a projection. Like someone told her that it would happen in May. So now it's just the way it's coming out. And I may be, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because at the same time, she just wants to know, will he finally freaking tell me in May, for Christ's sake? But let's find out, honey. Here we go. They said yes, but they also said it'll be June 1. So I think, let's see what they're trying to do with the time in you, because that's kind of a trickery, like, little weird answer. You know what? She needs Mike to tell. She needs this. She needs Mike to say something. I feel that your emotional center, Lori, has been through a lot with Mike. And I think the reason why they said, oh, it'll be June 1, is I think they want to get you beyond the time, and they want to get you the manifestation from a different aspect. Because maybe the time is not the best way for you to manifest this particular I love you from this person. I feel like they're telling me that there is, Mike's almost like this kind of not telling you yet is almost like bringing up old wounds from the past. And so I feel like if you want the time in May, you have to meet the time. Maybe this is the theme today, this thing about being with the times. But I think you need to meet the time. So like, yes, I see that he can, but you have to meet the time. The way Lori's going to meet the time is she's going to say, whatever it is within me. This could just be something she says out loud in her apartment or to herself, or takes a note on, or writes an affirmation or repeats it 1,000 times a day. But Lori has to say, whatever it is within me that absolutely needs to activate or change, whatever wisdom I need in my person to hear those words, then let that happen. Because I'm thinking that it's almost like Mike is becoming a mirror of old traumas. And I feel like that is not what you mean to be wanting to do here. And I feel you and Mike have a stronger connection than that. And I don't feel like this is a relationship that is supposed to be used through old lenses or even approached the same way.
Wonderful. Rika, that was an amazing answer for Lori. So we hope that answer did resonate with you, Lori. Definitely let us know in the chat if it did. And we'll make sure to show Psychic Rika as well. But I did see our next question here from, I just saw it, but here we go, from Brianna, just because I saw you recognize Brianna earlier. She is requesting some career advice from you, Rika. So hopefully
this is my Brianna. I think this is the Brianna I mean, I guess now that you think about it, I could have many Briannas, and I guess I don't always know their last names now, do I? But I do think this is the Brianna, East Coast Brianna, I guess I'll call it. I don't want to give away any information here. But if it's the Brianna I think it is, we've been talking about the career, right? Let me know if it's the Brianna I think it is, like R's daughter. Just say R's daughter, daughter of R, or mother of J. That would let me know. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I think it's in the interim. I feel like right now, like I feel like you should try, because I already know I already know something about her. Okay. So I know that she's going to life coaching. I'm just gonna say it out loud. This is a great thing. It's gonna really, her psychic abilities are really opening as she goes through this life coaching thing. It's pretty amazing. So I'm actually feeling like you should go try to seek some sort of like employment in that genre. Like there are companies that do that, like Sounds True, maybe there's Louise Hay's company. Like there are companies that could give you, from your expertise, some sort of like position that would pay you what you want, on some sort of corporate level, maybe even California Psychics, I don't know. But like, as far as, behind the scenes. But I feel strongly, the other thing I feel about you is, I don't know why, I just think you're supposed to be working in some sort of medical aspect. And that could be like alternative, like Reiki or something like that. So what about working in like a medical alternative medicine office or something like that? I don't know how long it's going to take you to get your life coach degree, but obviously you could start that right away. If you got Reiki, you could start doing that right away. I feel independent. You could also do consult. There's so many different ideas. So it really, I think it comes down to this, because I could have so many ideas. And I know your mind is really active. You have to really set the standard. So I'm going to repeat how I got this job. It only take me a second. I love this job. I love how I got it. Okay. So I needed a job. Number one. Okay. Number two, I'd been hanging out in the stand-up comedy clubs because I like to do stand-up comedy. And I talked to a fellow girl there, whatever, about all the fun stuff, tarot and da 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 da. So I needed a job, and I wrote down my list. I said, I want to make this much money per month. I need to contribute to Benefit Beauty and Good. I still want to be able to do all my extracurricular activities. And heck, I only want to work 25 hours a week. I mean, I was pretty crazy on this list. I said, I want to get all this for the sake of my mom. So for 1 week, I went to my religious center, which yours is whatever it is. And I did extra Buddhist chanting for 1 hour every morning. I had to drive for it. And I said, for the sake of my mother, everything on this list must come true. I didn't know the name of the company. I didn't know the name of the title. I didn't know anything except for this is how I was going to live. And amazingly, 1 week later, this girl called me and said, I heard a commercial for California Psychics. You need to work there. I rolled my eyes and said, no, it's not for me. No. But because my life condition was so in rhythm with this list I needed to live, my lifestyle, and for the sake of something better, like my mother, if I had a child, it'd be for my child, I was able to call them anyway. And the rest is history. So that took 1 week. So I think that when you're open like this, Brianna, and this is for everyone, when you're in that open transitional state, it is more critical for you to know how you want to live. So that's inside out versus where is it going to come from the outside? Because the outside is just going to mirror you. So if you don't know, you'll get a lot of I don't know. But if you're clear, okay, she gets it. They say they all get it. Okay.
That was a wonderful answer. Brianna, we hope you enjoyed that answer in that story as well from
1
Psychic
week for my
Rika.
whole career. Like, I mean, I'm sure, if this is around in 10 years, I'll still be here. So I hope.
No, that was a wonderful answer and a wonderful story to share as well, Rika. Very interesting.
One of my favorites.
So I hope everybody enjoyed as well. Just a little insight of how one of our top psychics got started with their journey for California Psychics. And a reminder, she did say it at the beginning, but she's coming up on 15 years now with California Psychics since
I clearly
since
started
that
at
story.
16.
So. All
Hello.
right. But Brianna, we want to thank you for joining us today as well. And our next question, though, comes from Tracy. Tracy is asking you, Rika, will Bruce and Tracy be getting a break from all the bad stuff that has been happening in the past year? Her birthday is also on the 6th of March, if that helps. I'm assuming just kind of there's been a lot of bad luck kind of that's been affecting them, probably together, maybe individually, a little bit of both. But just kind of hoping for, I guess, some general life path advice or what is going to be on the lookout that Tracy needs to know.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those things like, okay, we're just about to breathe and then the water heater breaks. We're about to breathe and the tire goes flat. We're about to breathe and then the freaking, roof is bad and then the job and this. The first impression I got, Tracy, was that you had either a new business, a new job, or a new beginning right now. So like, I don't know if there's something you're about to get off the ground or you're thinking about it or you have hope for it, whatever that is you're thinking about, I say go for it. The answer is yes. And also I wanted to say too, that those that suffer the most, can become the happiest. And just like I described about how it is that I use, mystical principles to, get things in my life or to manifest or whatever, this is no different. And I think there is a concept, in the laws of cause and effect that you can go back in time and literally reap the medicine aspect of that particular situation, because all aspects have all these different inherent, like in our lives, in every problem, there's also a Buddha nature or a light, right? So there's always all these different aspects, and maybe the problem and all the bad stuff is just one aspect that happened to enter your life. So there's a couple of things you can do. Also, a female connected to one of you, I think. I'm going to say on the other side, like a grandmother's trying to come through, but I think they're talking about a mom. Okay. And I don't know if there's something going on with your mom or Bruce's. Anyway, so the answer is yes, but to guarantee that yes, it's so hard to tell someone yes when they lead with, am I ever going to get out of the crap? Huh? Right? Because it's hard, because it's like, how do I tell you that when you're already so in the crap? How will you believe me? How will you believe? You're going to believe it? I don't know. Because I tell you, and then tomorrow you go, yeah, I don't know if I believe that because I've been in so much crap. So you're going to have to find a way, exactly, to activate, to participate in the transformation. Otherwise, what are you going to do? Right? Just remind yourself about the crap. But you're super bright and positive, and you do have a new beginning. There's big money to be made for both of you. If you're not in the financial industry, you guys should be in that financial industry. You guys can make money right now. I know you can. Also, you should start saying that you turn all the bad stuff from last year into the medicine of this year. I want you to very clearly every day do an affirmation of this. I hereby, from this moment forward, extract all of the beneficial medicine from all that stuff, because everything has a beneficial side. I bet you can get paid double. It makes me think that there was like a case where someone could have like stiffed them with money or owed them money. They'll get back double. I've had that happen to me. I've had people come, bad stuff, and I go to my principal, say, no, I'm going to get the medicine. Next thing you know, they're paying me double. So the answer is yes, but you're so supercharged, Tracy, with super high energy that I think you needed this kind of like cheerleading second, but also just this idea of like, girl, grab it. Let's not wait. Let's grab it. And I do want confirmation, Tracy, if you're listening, about the new venture. I think she's starting a new business. Okay. Or a new job. That's the answer. They got me passionate today about that.
Wonderful. Tracy, that sounded like a wonderful reading. And yes, like Rika said, definitely let us know in the chat if that did resonate with you. And we'll make sure to pop it up on the screen too.
And to be specific, like July is a major breakthrough, whatever business she's doing now. And, they could be purchasing even like more real estate this year. There could be something with their home. Like there's a lot of specifics in that, but just for the short term.
Amazing. Now we are just about halfway through today's 1 hour free live preview of California Psychics. So we still have a lot of questions that we can answer today. And we've had some wonderful answers from Psychic Rika already. So I'm just going to take just a second to shout out the best ways to reach Psychic Rika for those who maybe want a little bit of additional advice or want that guaranteed answer to their question on CaliforniaPsychics.com. Now, Rika, people can connect to you through either phone call or text-based chat, online or offline messages on CaliforniaPsychics.com or the California Psychics app. But for those who are wanting to connect for that one-on-one reading experience with you, again, with a guaranteed answer to their questions and in a private one-on-one reading format, Rika, can you let everybody know when is the very next time you're going to be online and ready for these psychic readings on California Psychics? And what is your regular schedule like throughout the week?
I am ready. I will be ready in 25 and 30 minutes to be back on that phone for questions. I'm very excited. I've met some of my best customers actually through these Facebook Lives. So just so you know. And I will be working tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Hello, Gail. What? Okay, I'm already reading that. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm going to work from 10 to 3. Wednesday, I work 12 to 6. Thursday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 12 to 3. And then Monday, starting, next Monday, of course, not Facebook Live Monday, I will be working 6 to 9 a.m. and also from 2 to 7 p.m.
Wonderful. And I put Gail's message up because I figured Rika did recognize her. So it just kind of gives a wonderful example of kind of the one-on-one connections that you can create with some of your favorite psychic advisors on CaliforniaPsychics.com. And sometimes you see your favorite psychics in action during today, like during our Monday free live previews of California Psychics.
She's right. I do need to tell her when I'm on, which is what I said. I am preparing next time to send out a note to all the people I love.
Yes, it would be
I
a
love
wonderful
Gail.
time to have more people join our live stream.
Gail needs her household, everybody. It is working hard. It is coming in and out, and we know how it is. So I need everyone in the Facebook Live to make a prayer. Gail, sell that house.
We're rooting for you, Gail. Seriously. So we want to thank you for attending today as well and stopping by. Now, as a final note, just to shout out or supplement the information that Rika just shouted out to connect with her for that one-on-one psychic reading, you could find all of her information on CaliforniaPsychics.com, and you can click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now to pull up her profile on CaliforniaPsychics.com. And you can book that one-on-one reading appointment if you don't want to wait into the call queue and get your call right at the top of the hour. And again, send your questions through text-based messages if you prefer that method as well. Finally, make sure you call our California Psychics customer care line if you have any questions whatsoever, and they will be able to help you because they are just so wonderful. And we can hop right back into answering some questions. Our next question here coming from, actually, I just saw a follow-up from Tracy, just giving some validation.
Wow.
So yes, just some validation for one of our questions we answered earlier. Thank you, Tracy, for that message as well.
And then I was thinking, was it her or the call before? I know was, okay, it doesn't matter. I was getting so worked about the medical stuff, but that was the one before. So the money thing and the business too, I wonder, because I saw a financial breakthrough for you guys towards the end of the summer. So, this, you can try to apply it to what you're talking about. Maybe. Thank you for that. Yeah. It was just deceased mom. Yeah. That would be for sure. Coming through for sure. Thank you for that. Thank you. So they're watching over you, and I'm sure that was them talking through me to encourage you guys. Let's turn that poison to medicine. Like, let's turn that medical, that medical procedure, like somehow, no matter what, justice with that, and somehow the benefit from that.
Wonderful. Yes. Thank you, Tracy, for that validation as well. And feel free to connect more with Psychic Rika on CaliforniaPsychics.com for that one-on-one reading as well. Now, hopping back into our questions for the second half of today's free live preview of California Psychics, Luis is getting us started with a love-related question regarding Claudio. Is Claudio going to be coming back to Luis and have their relationship kind of reconciled? Thank you in advance for any insight, Rika.
They actually said no. They made me feel that if he did come back, it's not that great for Luis Laosi. How do you say that? Laosi? That it wouldn't be what you want it to be, that it would be gone the moment it comes back, because the changes that need to make and happen aren't happening. So I think the reason why they're saying he's not coming back is because he's not changing. And that, your want for him is fine, but it should be more like an understanding, like the thought should be, a thought more conducive perhaps to what you're seeking would be, I do want Claudio back, but these are my conditions, dear, my dead grandma, God, Buddha, whatever, these are the conditions. I only want Claudio back if he's really going to make the changes. If he doesn't make the changes, then I don't want him back, but I do want my mind to change, and I do want someone. And I feel like that is what this reading is asking you to perceive on that level. And then if you've done that, and then because of that, you change a scene through your own effort, and then he does come back, you would have more trust that he changed. But right now it doesn't feel right.
All right. Laois, we want to thank you for attending today's free live preview of California Psychics today, and we hope that answer from Psychic Rika resonated with you. Now, our next question for you, Rika, comes from Angelica. She is saying she is confused when it comes to love. She still has love for her ex Jay, but they haven't spoken in a few months. Will Angelica be getting over this kind of longing for her ex and moving on to somebody new? Or do you think that this reconciliation will happen and it's kind of been for a reason that she hasn't moved on yet?
Okay. So first of all, I wanted to just make sure I understood. So you're definitely still in love with Jay is what it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
So I got that one of the reasons you're still attached, and this is not taking away the love you have for Jay, I'm not talking about that just yet, is that because of something that happened more like 9 years ago with you, or 7 to 9 years, which makes me think there was either another relationship at that time or something else that was very traumatic, like maybe you lost a favorite job or someone died, something happened. And I feel like that was not healed in the way that could have cleared your karma. And instead, now we have this. Okay. In order to for this to change, again, I'm going to bring it back to the person because I am a protagonist and I do know everything is coming through my environment, right? So this is my environment that I have, to connect to. So I believe that earthly desires are enlightenment. And what that means is when we have a desire like this, that whether it confuses us, whether it makes us happy, angry, it doesn't matter. Typically, it will make us do something like pray because it gets to us in some way. And so when you really address, and again, your word for prayer is multifaceted. I actually chant, right? I don't even use the word pray. I chant, but it doesn't matter. Like it has to be this kind of idea that your desire is going to bring the enlightenment. So if you cannot get over Jay, I suggest continuing to pray for Jay, whether you know the outcome with him or not. Because in that telling the truth, that's where the enlightenment begins to formulate. And through that enlightenment that comes from telling the truth of your desire, you will either get Jay back, right? Or you will change your mind. And that's the same, right? And Jay isn't, Jay maybe is not coming back. I don't necessarily think he is, right? But if you still pray for that with Jay, you can even say justice with Jay. You can say, I'm going to get justice with Jay no matter what, or let me transform my relationship with Jay so I can really be happy, and married someday or whatever you want. So will I get over this and move on will be the same, right? Like I feel like you're getting over it brings the new person in. So that to me is like the same happening. So does that make sense? Does that make sense? This idea of like, you have to really deal with the Jay in order for your mind to be released. I think justice with Jay would be the easiest affirmation here. Some sort of justice. Because it feels like, this is making you suffer and not fair. That you're like, I'm having to like this guy. He's not even around. Like, this is no fair, So I feel like justice is the best way. And you will find someone new. They jump to the fall. Like, I don't know, I get November. This could have begun in September or something, but I get November and you're very happy with someone. And I don't know what this will have to do with it or if it has to do with Jay, but I keep showing the color red. So maybe this person that you're dating loves a red shirt, a red hat, has a red coat, a red car, dominant red, unless that's your favorite color.
All right. Angelica, that was a wonderful answer from Psychic Rika. So we hope you enjoyed that answer from Rika and let us know if it resonated with you as well. Now,
really come back. I read that wrong, right? Oh, yeah. I don't think he's coming back. I think this is your karmic changing. I think you're changing an aspect of yourself with love.
Right. No, that was a wonderful answer, Rika. Now, I had a couple of questions. One, I wanted to reach out. I saw this question from Debbie, and I wanted to actually reach out and say myself, hey, Debbie, that I believe your life path number can be calculated based on your birthday. So it's a little bit harder to calculate without, I guess, that. But
your life path is your birthday, I think, too. I did numerology. I used to study numerology a lot in my late teens and early 20s.
I was going to say, we do have a couple of social media posts where if you do DM us or message us on YouTube or Facebook, whichever you prefer, I can go ahead and send over our posts, which describe what or how to find your life path number and what it means. So for anybody who is
what's your birthday? We can do it real quick.
Well, I
Mine
would
is
just
2. Mine's 11-2 because I was born. Mine's an 11-2.
Oh, that would actually be a wonderful, I guess, lesson if we do happen to get a birthday. Or Rika, well, actually, it would be a little bit harder to show it on without a piece of paper to kind of
So what
hold it
you do
up.
is you take your month. So like, like if you're born in March 3, you start with the number 3. March 6th was a birthday we heard earlier.
Great. I
6
have,
would be the next number. And let's say that person, thank you, thank you. We knew she was going to come and do it. So 6 plus 19 plus 1966. So 6 is 6, 2, 19 can go to 1 plus 9, which is 10 or 1. You reduce it to the smallest digit. 196 is 66, 12 is 3, that's 4, right? So I got 11. Did you get 11? Did you do it too, Carson?
I did not.
Okay.
I was just going to say though, but for those who do want to have like our little step by step of how to find their own life path number, you can always message us on Facebook, and I will be able to send you all the link to our social media post, which does describe how to find your life path number with steps, as well as some of the meanings behind each life path number, if you would like to discover that for yourself and want to get a quick link to do so. Once again, just send us a quick message at California Psychics, our
It's a
Facebook
5.
or YouTube. Her
Your life
path
path number is a 5, Debbie.
All right.
And a 5 would be very much the moderate, I think exactly as it says, like on the spectrum. It would be someone that is fair-minded, justice, can easily be extrovert or introvert, can go at the times, the flow. But I think it's really someone that has like both the left and right brains really activated. So you probably have the ability to connect with all sorts of people. Nothing is probably rocket science for you, and it's probably pretty easy to understand. And you would be great as in a role, a supervision role, be great in a role with kids, anywhere where there needs to be some sort of balance or diplomacy.
All right. That was a wonderful kind of, I guess, pit stop for today's free live preview of California Psychics. We usually don't do a kind of like a breakdown of a life path number or in depth. But Debbie, yes, I was just going to mention that as well. Debbie, we hope that answer did resonate with you. Again, your life path number is number 5 from Psychic Rika.
Makes me want to do numerology again. I love numbers.
Yes. Now I did want to get to Rye's question, but we are going to be switching over to our card pull section here in a moment. Actually, we can go ahead and switch over to our card pull section.
Give him a card.
Rye's question as well. Now for everybody's information, during our final 15-ish minutes of our free live preview of California Psychics, we like to switch over to our card pull section to get through questions just a little bit quicker and provide a little bit more of an opportunity to get more questions answered during these final 15 minutes of the live stream today. So while we get those questions coming in the form of life path cards, future cards, love cards, career, dealer's choice, etc., I'm just going to go ahead and shout out Rika. When is the very next time you are going to be available for these one-on-one psychic readings on CaliforniaPsychics.com for those who want to get a guaranteed answer to their questions, or who maybe want to get follow-up insight if they received an answer today?
In 15 minutes.
All right. And once again, you can go ahead and click the link in the description of the live stream that you are watching right now to get that guaranteed answer to your question on California Psychics. You can pull up Psychic Rika's profile in the description. Now, Tarai's question is, what will the rest of his year look like? And if there's anything that he should be changing or acting on, what card does Tarai receive?
Well, Tarai's going to get a card, but like also just, because we were sitting here, I got some information. He got the wealth card, which is great. What I felt about Tarai was that, you're pretty diligent, Tarai. Like you have a good focus every day. I see your exercise, your work. I feel like you have you juggle multiple things. I think that you are a very active person. I wrote down that I thought you should be willing to sell yourself more. And then I picked this card. Like, I feel like you have more ability to jump to the next level than you know. Like you might be able to make a massive jump. And the 10 of discs is obviously, all the ships coming in after the 9 of discs and it's wealth. So it's like the time is right. The 9 of discs would be like ripe. This is when we pull the fruit, and then the 10 is eating it. So this is your opportunity to eat all the causes, all the good causes you made, all the growing of your garden, all the planting you did, all of that. So it looks like the rest of your year is going to bring in the wealth you want. But if there's anything you could change, I just think I want you to put yourself in like a little more courage for like more of the circles you want. Like step yourself up a tiny bit. Like fake it till you make it a little tiny bit. I think you might know what I'm talking about. I think there's some business people that you could do a lot of work with, and I think you need to get yourselves in with them. All right, thank you. Okay, next one.
Wonderful. Tarai, we want to thank you for attending today's live stream. Now, our next question for you, Rika, or next card pull question for you will be from Shamika. Shamika is requesting a love card for her and Anthony.
All right, Shamika, why worry, Pooh? Star card came up. The star card is a card of breaking stubbornness in the universe through divine consciousness. The water bearer here. So like the star can break through all obstacles. What's an obstacle when you have a star? The impossible can be possible. My favorite rendition of the song Impossible Dream right now is from Elvis Presley. You should all listen to the rendition of Elvis Presley singing To Dream the Impossible Dream. Everyone should listen to that, manifest, and report back what impossible thing happened. But that's what's coming up, the star card, which means if there's any stubbornness here, they're going to break.
All right. Shamika, we want to thank you for your question today. And I did want to take a small pause right before we get to Radisson's card pull request as just a reminder that starting next month, we will be beginning our 30th anniversary. So we will be having a lot of special gifts, activities, and special offers coming from California Psychics. What this does include is, unfortunately, next week, we will not be hosting our next free live preview of California Psychics live stream. We'll be doing a bunch of brainstorming to make sure that we have a bunch of fun activities next month for y'all. So unfortunately, we will not be having next week's live stream, but did want to just give another reminder for that to stay tuned for California Psychics 30th anniversary starting in May. And it is our final live stream right before we begin that 30th anniversary. So wanted to give y'all a little heads up. But Radissson, their question is going to be requesting a love card in regards to Manu marrying them by 2026. And I guess he is yet to divorce the previous relationship.
Technically, I don't think he can marry you by 2026 if he's not divorced. Like just logically, that's a no. Yes. Because it takes a minute to get divorced, and then it would take a minute to get married. I mean, I guess if you get divorced in 3 months, they said to tell you June of next year, but let's see what this card is. Okay. They said to tell you June of next year. So that's in 2026, but not by 2026. Okay. Just to be semantical about it, just so we can understand. But they said June. Okay. Then yes. But let's see what the cards said. They said to tell her yes. And then look what I picked. All right, girl. Love is your mirror. It's who is us for to decide, this woman, talk about how I've been talking about faith. This woman is like, I will get what I want. Ra, we all need to come to your house and have a lesson of something. Yes. Ace of Cups is a good one.
Yes, that is a wonderful card.
For love, anyway.
Thank you for attending today's free live preview of California Psychics today. And now our next question will be for Chandel. Chandel is requesting a love card, please, from you, Psychic Rika. What is in store for her and Logan? Thank you.
Okay. 6 of Cups. Pleasure. What I like about the 6 of Cups, this one says pleasure, but other decks, they call it happiness. But I looked at it as like, another deck has like 2 kids eating watermelon, right? Like innocent love, good love. So like it's a love of every love. So it's fun love, it's cool love, it's good love. And pleasure. Looks like there's a lot of pleasure here. But make sure you know Logan, okay? Because I'm getting a little bit of a red flag on Logan. If you want the truth, make sure Logan doesn't have the girlfriend. I don't know, just make sure you know Logan. But looks like there's potential for love, pleasure, and love.
All right. Thank you, Shindell, for your question today. And we hope that answer from Rika resonated with you. Now we are going to select Stephanie here, who is requesting a future card, please, and thank you.
Okay, future card for Stephanie. Stephanie gives me so many vibes of like, as though she could become a medical professional. She gives me like nurse energy, but that could be one of her relatives too. Also school energy. I know I'm supposed to stick to the cards, but they're giving me energies. Okay, I got Ace of Discs. And I was talking about things to do with work, and I even said school, right? So this would be things of the earth, like discs and it's great. So security. That says that this is a secure future. So let's say you're thinking to go to school or get a higher degree or get a promotion because you've already been, I knew it. Ha, 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 exactly. So this is so good. I love laughter. Perfect. Stephanie, this is really good. You're on secure ground. You're very good. I bet you become one of the number one nursing students. You're going to be high in your grades. Very good. You can definitely find a job. And also there's a dog. A dog is very important to you. Either you got a dog near you at home or there's a dead dog saying hi. But perfect. So what I felt was true. And then they bring me the Ace of Stones, tell me on secure ground. And if you're wondering about love, this also could be security and love. Okay.
Wonderful. Now our next card pull is going to be from Cindy, and we want to thank you, Stephanie, for attending today's live free live preview of California Psychics today. Now to Cindy, who's requesting a work card, please. And actually, very quickly, I was just going to say, Rika, when is the very next time you're going to be online and ready for one-on-one readings on CaliforniaPsychics.com?
7 minutes.
All right. For those who do want to connect for that one-on-one psychic reading experience in a private format or with a guaranteed answer to your questions, make sure you click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now, and that will pull up Psychic Rika's profile on CaliforniaPsychics.com. You can continue the live stream energy with Rika, hopping right into her call queue, sending her an offline or online message, which is text-based messaging if you prefer that way of reading, or book an appointment with her as well. Thank you, Cindy, for your patience. The work card for her, please, Psychic Rika.
You know, I love that you put your little like LOL with it. Like, but what you got for a work card was the 10 of Cups. So this could be multiple. Like, let's say work is great. Then work is still going to be great. You love your work. You can love your work. Let's say work is not the environment you want. It says that you can turn it into this light. You could turn your workforce into a place of unity and love. If you're looking for a new job, then that would mean you'll get it. Congratulations. But it also means that you should be doing work that really soothes your soul, you know, really that's for your heart. And if you're not doing something you're passionate about, you probably should start thinking about how could I start to invoke my passions into work? And then also at work, maybe you radiate. Maybe you also could know that, you know, you might be someone at work that radiates like positive energy, and you may be, you know, that to other people. So this card can be interpreted so many different ways, but the 10 of Cups, so you can look it up too and also get your own interpretation.
Wonderful. Now our next card pull is going to be
Last one.
Anna, who is requesting a love card, please.
Okay, this will be the last one, so I can get off and then get back on. Love. Woo! With Anna, I'm starting to cough. Anna, you might be having a dead relative or a dead person come through that was coughing, smoking, or even some other kind of like upsetting death. I don't know. There could be, just so you know, Anna, you might know what I'm talking about. Okay. And I'm just going to tell Susan I love her while I'm here. Okay. Love card, 10 of Swords. Not the note we wanted to end on probably, but that's okay. You know what I love about the 10 of Swords is it means transformation. You got 10 swords going through one heart. It's also in akin with the 3 of Swords, which is like trauma. So what it's saying is that you have the opportunity in your life like never before to completely overcome traumatic love experiences. You know, if your karma has been full of traumatic love, you have an opportunity to transform this. And so the affirmation with this one is best possible outcome, best possible solution, best possible outcome, best possible solution. And that's something that you want to start affirming every day to slowly change your nervous system from any past wounds, which makes me think that if this is the opportunity to overcome past wounds, it means probably, you know, a very important relationship, maybe the one is finding itself to you. But this is the process to overcome the past wounds and really get the best possible solution and outcome.
Wonderful. So like Rika
Thank you,
said,
Shannon.
Rika does have to hop off to head out for her one-on-one psychic readings on CaliforniaPsychics.com. Rika?
Thank you, Shannon.
Oh, I just didn't know if you were going to say a quick bye-bye or anything like that.
Bye-bye. Love you guys. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.
All right. Now, everybody, I just wanted to remind y'all that unfortunately we will not be having another free live preview of California Psychics next week, but we will be resuming in 2 weeks' time. We are going to be celebrating our 30th anniversary starting in May, and so we will be having a lot of fun gifts, offers, special activities, and more starting this upcoming month. So stay tuned on our social media pages and our your emails, other marketing efforts as well. We'll be sending out a bunch of fun info, again, activities and more. So we want to thank you everybody for attending today's free live preview of California Psychics featuring Psychic Rika today. If you are wanting to book that one-on-one reading experience with Psychic Rika for that guaranteed answer to your questions, make sure you click the link in the description to book that one-on-one psychic reading experience on CaliforniaPsychics.com or the California Psychics app. Thank you everybody for your wonderful questions today, and I hope we made it a little bit better for you today. And until next time, bye-bye everybody.